free of this game. So, asanga, attachment of want to enjoy what I have and a craving for what I don't have. And when this rajogun is there and associated with tamogun and all, when there is awareness of the self is not there, always I will have craving, because self is infinite. And when rajogun comes, we have a sense of incompleteness. Self is completeness, but due to rajogun, we experience a sense of incompleteness. So we try to fill it with things of this world, with wealth, with position, with name, with fame, with experiences, with memories, with all sorts of people, this, that, and all. We want to fill it. It's like a emptiness is there and we want to fill it. But very strange, however much you put, it remains empty. And that is the great thirst which one then feels and continuously strives to fulfill the desires. So it's a very strange sort of this guna, and only thing we can do about it is try to invoke sattva guna. By feeling whatever you feel, you will always remain incomplete. Even if the whole world is given to that person, he would like to have some other world also. It cannot be filled with wealth, with position, with experiences. Nothing can fill the emptiness which Rajogun creates in our heart. So that Trishna, thirst. See, thirst, when we drink water, it goes. But this thirst, whatever you drink, however much you experience, it doesn't go. So, Trishna Sanga Samadbhavam. So, when a person becomes Rajasic, when the person becomes Rajasic means when the mind is overpowered by Rajogun, the Trishna and all those things come. And just as Satsang invokes Sattva Gun, Dussanga invokes Rajogun and Tamogun. It can be invoked by others also. Sometimes we are sitting quietly and suddenly our very Rajasic friends come in. Like, the party, or you say, let us go there and this, and I have got 2 tickets for you, and let us go, and then afterwards let us have some this, and then go there and this. And I also go, and together we go there. And whole day we are out and I come exhausted at home. How was it? Very exciting, very nice and all. So Rajogun, Rajasic person creates that Rajogun in other person also. Because it's a vibration. It's like a vibration. So when we are vibrating in a particular frequency, that other person also start vibrating in the same frequency. If he gets tuned, he starts vibrating in the same frequency. A Mahatma is in a state of total sattva gun, and he is so much established that he doesn't vibrate with the other person. But normally others, if their sattva gun is not very strong, or their establishment in sattva gun is not strong, then that all excitement is possible. Then again, there might be people who are tamasic, and they can invoke tamogun in us. They can invoke violence in us. We might say, oh, I am such a nice person and all. But tamasic influence can invoke violence, can invoke sadness, depression and all. If a person is in that state of depression or sadness or tamogun, that person can make others also sad. You just go and sit there and you are also sad. 2 sad people are sitting there. Then one more person comes, then 3 sad people. So it's quite an interesting phenomena. Just looking at it as the play of gunas. Don't use your no personality, no name, no nothing. Just look at it as gunas, and you will find that whole thing is nothing but play of these gunas. And these gunas keep on fluctuating. And as they fluctuate, their expressions also keep on fluctuating. So Rajo Ragatmakam Vidhi Trishna Asanga Samudbhavam. So they create Trishna and Asanga in us. There is a story in our Puranas about Jada Bharat. He had gone to the forest to do tapas. He had given up. There was a king. He gave up all his kingdom, went to the forest to do tapas to attain God. Then there was this little deer, and he got attached to that little deer. Chota sa deer. So got attached, and then even while meditating, he used to keep the deer in his lap, like we keep our mobile in our lap. He used to keep the deer in his lap and meditate. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. Chidananda Rupa. So his mind got so much tuned to that deer that when he died, his body, he left his body, he became a deer in that life. Then as a deer, he remembered that, oh, see, I had come here to meditate and all, I became a deer. Then he decided, no more attachment and all, I will just focus my attention on God. And then he attained that state. So Rajogun, when it comes, a person becomes helpless. But with our effort, if we have Sattva-gun and with our little effort, we can come out, and through satsang we can come out of the negative influence of Rajogun. Negative influence of Rajogun can be overcome through satsang. So, tan nivadnati kaunteya karma sangena dehinam. When there is trishna and when there is this asakti because of Rajogun, what happens to us? We are propelled into action. We are propelled into action. And we get tied down to action. Karma sanga. Because through karma, we feel we can fulfill our desires. And through karma, we can maintain whatever we have. So one gets attached to karma. They become attached like a workaholic. One becomes attached to karma. So karma sangena nivadnati dehinam. So this Purusha, that is I am, I get attached to various types of actions to fulfill my desires. And when those desires are fulfilled, I want more. And when they are not fulfilled, I strive more. When they get fulfilled, when somebody else's desires are getting more fulfilled than mine, I feel jealous. If somebody's desire is getting less fulfilled than mine, I feel proud. आपको नहीं मिला, हाँ मेरे को मिला. So we feel all these things come. They are all related. They are like relatives. So kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsar, they are all related. So karma sangena badnati dehinam. Now Bhagavan talks about tamogun. Tamastvajnanajam vidhi mohanam sarvadehinam pramadalasya nidrabhihi tannibadnati bharata tamastvajnanajam vidhi mohanam sarvadehinam. Tamogun. Tamogun is tamaha to ajnanajam vidhi. It is born from ignorance, or it is very nature of that tamogun is ignorance only. Tamaha means darkness, and it has got ignorance. Ignorance means, tamogun means when it comes, we don't know who am I, we don't know what is this world. It is like it creates a total covering over our understanding. Even though we might have understood something, when tamogun comes, we forget everything. Tamogun is it's like even a great scientist, if tamogun comes, he is in the sleep and all, you ask what is 2 plus 2, he won't be able to answer. Or a person in intoxication, that is also tamogun. If people invoke tamogun by drinking and by all those indulging in this type of activity, they are like they produce tamogun instantly. Instant tamogun they produce. And why people get attached to this? Actually, addiction they get attached to this type of drugs and this intoxicant and all, because in tamogun what happens? One there is forgetfulness about the ego, and there is forgetfulness of all the sorrow and pain and all, and one feels a sense of or they call the absence of pain and sorrow is there, and that we want to repeat. Therefore, people try to go more and more into tamogun. Rajogun is in the center, it creates all sorrow, pain, trouble and all. So, if you move towards sattvagun, this is moving unnecessarily. So, if you move towards sattvagun, then you are transcending the rajogun. But if you are moving towards tamogun, you are just suppressing, you are just postponing the trouble. You are just sleeping over it. It will rise again. By suppressing, by sleeping, by taking drugs, by just forgetting our sorrow, sorrow will not go. It will come back. Because from tamogun rises to become rajogun. So how long it will sleep? It will rise. But if the rajogun is taken towards sattvagun, it will get transcended. So that is very important. So this tamogun is of the nature of ignorance, of the nature of darkness, of the nature of not knowing. When it overpowers our mind, we experience pramad. Pramad means forgetfulness or carelessness. Forgetfulness, carelessness. Then alasya. Alasya means laziness. And nidra, sleepiness. This comes when tamogun overpowers. See, when pramad means forgetfulness. Forgetfulness means we just forget what we have to do. What is our work or what is our duty, what are our duties is forgotten. Alas is slightly different. Alas means we remember what we have to do, but we don't do. Pramad is one step ahead of alas. We don't even remember what we have to do. Acha, I had to do that. I forgot. In the good old days, we used to give that letter to post, na? Nowadays, अभी system नहीं है हमारा. Email आ गया है. So letter is given to someone. If you are going to the market, please post this letter. Pramad means he forgets that such a letter was ever given to him. Acha, you gave me letter to post? Kamale, I don't remember. That is pramad. And it is, okay, and then alas is आज करे सो कल करे सो परसों इतनी जल्दी क्या है बंदे जब जीना है तुम्हें बरसों. That type of attitude कि आगे we know what we have to do but we don't do it. Because tamogun is also, it creates lethargy, it takes us more and more towards the state of sleep. So we don't want to move. It is against action. Tamogun is against action and tamogun is against knowledge. Means against sattvagun and rajogun. So pramad, alasya, nidra bihi tan nibadnati. It binds a person through this. Now see, all these three gunas are in that order. Actually, Sattva Gun, when we established in Sattva Gun, it helps us to even transcend all these three gunas. We can become gunatit. But all of them can be binding. Sattva Gun can bind us, as I said, through knowledge and through happiness. Rajogun binds us by making us attached and getting attached to karma. Because a lot of desires and passion and thirst is created in the heart, and which keeps us active. And tamogun binds us by making us dull, by creating this nidra, alas and all. Now, these three gunas are there in everyone. Everything in this world is trigunatmika. And these three gunas are also helpful. This is very important. That Rajogun, Tamogun, Sattvagun, they are helpful also in our day-to-day life. For example, if Tamogun is not there, person cannot sleep. Person will not be able to sleep. And if you don't sleep, you will not have proper rest and all. Tamogun is not there, we will not be able to forget. Forgetting is also important in life. Remembering is important, forgetting is also important. There are some people who just can't forget. I can't forget, I can't forget. That day you called me a fool in front of everyone, I can't forget that. When did I call you fool? 20 years ago. You remember that? That means you are really a fool. So forgetting is also possible because of tamogun, and it is necessary. So rest, sleep is possible because of tamogun. And restraint on our activities are also possible through tamogun. Then again, all activities, whatever good thing we have to do in this world is possible through rajogun. If rajogun is not there, that person cannot do anything. If only sattva gun is there and no rajogun is there, that person can think, can imagine, then can plan, but cannot put it into practice. A combination like. So some people are great planners and all. Especially students, they prepare such beautiful timetable before exam, I tell you. It's a masterpiece like. 5 o'clock I will get up in the morning. Normally they get up at 10 o'clock. But during this 1 month exam is there, and 5 o'clock in the morning I will get up. Then I will just brush and prepare myself, and then I will study mathematics. Early morning sattva guna and all. Then I will take a 5 minutes break, and then I will study chemistry. Like that, they prepare the whole timetable, and next day they get up at 11 o'clock. So, planning is there, but implementation, if you want to do, you require rajogun. And to give it a break and all, you require tamogun. So, all these gunas, they are helpful also. And they are totally negative also. They can be very binding also. So, tamastu ajnanajam viddhi mohanam sarvadehinam. This tamas creates moha, that delude all beings. Tamogun deludes. Delusion is what? Not to know things as they are. That is called delusion. Not to know what is right, what is wrong, and what is proper is called delusion. Delusion is not to know myself, who am I, not to know this world, what is it,